Alright, let's think of the place. One car, nice and busy. Yeah, find my shortcuts. Oh, not 15. Of course, why would he be so busy? Both the body and murder weapon have been found, and he already has his suspect. I don't quite remember what the context was. I do remember that we were trying to target the man quick, right? And I had to stop because his voice was getting me lightheaded. The police should have more than enough evidence to prove Mr. Master's guilt. If that's the case, then why is one firm still investigating the crime scene?
Is there something wrong?
Or can I hear your voice already? It seems I have been overlooked in a matter of vital importance. Considering that they already have the evidence he needs to convict Mr. Master, I feel that Pancama isn't as composed as he should be. He didn't even tell Detective Pat the full results of the investigation. Yeah, so he's hiding something? That's not new. Yeah. Pancama's a bit on the edge at the moment. He still hasn't received the autopsy report. So the body is straight up just gone, disappeared, as one of the statues, and that it is the body that appears in the fountain in the future. Right, I remember. First of all, something vanished from the crime scene, and we still don't know why. The blood, but also the body seems to be the case. Detective Pat, please look at the crime scene carefully once more. The bloodstain that should have remained at the crime scene has disappeared. I definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleaned up. But the strangest thing we found wasn't in Mr. Master's room at all. So either the body was removed, in this case it wouldn't make much sense to remove the blood, or the big is somehow faked in one way or another. No. There's blood in the fountain, so it's a match. The blood in the fountain is Dover's. It's Dover's. Can't forget Sweat's room. Mr. Dover's blood vanished from Mr. Master's room, and somehow found its way into the fountain. What does this mean? Make one to the waterways, that's not. Okay, come on now. Although the victim's blood wasn't found in Mr. Master's room, it was detected in the water fountain. There would be no need for the killer to conceal the bloodstains after the body was found. It's natural that only the bloodstains that were found with the body disappeared. Once the body was moved, the blood would have still remained on the chocolate. Don't tell me someone removed the body and then erased the bloodstains. But why? That's the question. I definitely go with the idea that he was possibly frozen the entire 18 years. I think his body would still decompose more than it looked to have, but that's fine. Of course, it's possible that he went into hiding for some reason and faked his own murder or something like that. Well, at least the first time, but I don't have a lot of confidence in that theory. It's possible that the body was removed from the crime scene, and the autopsy report still has not arrived. Although we have a murder weapon and a suspect, we don't know much about the body. I've been investigating under the assumption that the body had been discovered. Perhaps this assumption was wrong from the very beginning. Why didn't Von Karma give Detective Bat the autopsy report? To understand that, yes, I must turn my logic around. And I wanna know who the other detective in the case is, because can't really think of other detectives that we know right now. My thinking shouldn't be, why is Wong Kong hiding the information about the body? Does he have it even? But rather, what if Wong Kong doesn't even have the information to begin with? What happens if I think of it like that? It's possible that the body wasn't removed by the police for autopsy these days, but he's gonna get Wong Kong strike for. Because that'd be a humongous thing to hide. The fact that the body had been discovered. It was moved and hidden by the real killer.
Mr. Edwards.
Was that it, Vice? I've heard many dark rumors surrounding the Kabakama. By saying that he did? No, I think there's to say that he's chose to hide his fact. He's the prosecutor who forges evidence, fabricates testimonies, and makes background deals.
Yeah, I heard that too. But what does that have to do with this?
Oh lordy. We try to avoid judging others based on rumors, and I didn't let those rumors influence my opinion on Hong Kong until today. It seems he's a man who would talk the truth.
He started the truth.
I can't go higher than that.
You mean forgery?
I really have forgotten his voice. I do. And I can't allow him to get away with this. I do wish the text was scored faster. Would make it easier for me to pick the proper quotations.
I must return to the prosecutor's office for now. Not a word to that attorney.
Faster!
What do you want, defense attorney?
I want to know the truth that you've been hiding.
Fool, are you trying to mislead the police's investigation again? If you interfere with the investigation anymore, I'll be forced to reprimand you myself.
Objection!
Reprimand? I forget what that means. Police? No. My objection is with you.
What?
And I'm already lightheaded. That's a problem. Isn't it the prosecutor's job to ensure justice for criminals?
What are you saying? I have no time to debate the job of a prosecutor with you. However, I will tell you one thing.
Those are tables now.
My job is to ensure all those I persecute are found guilty.
Where did you leave more luxuries?
Before the perfect proof, there can be no room for doubt.
Objection!
And to find that perfect proof, you would even stoop to forgery?
I was wondering what you were going on about. You intend to accuse me of forgery, don't you?
Yes. And it's for that reason you did not allow the detective to investigate. Case for the reason.
What do you mean?
The real reason Detective Bart wasn't investigating was not so he could keep an eye on us. It was to hide the fact that you never found the body.
Well,
They never found the body.
you cretins, you will cease with these ludicrous accusations. I will not tolerate any further insults.
In that case, let us verify the body. If you do, we will have evidence that shows whether I'm right or not.
The burden of proof falls on you, defense
with the way we phrased it, yeah, it kind of does. We're claiming that we never found the body, which is a larger presumption than presuming that the police did find the body and aren't finding something.
I have no reason to comply with your baseless conjecture.
You must have noticed it too, the lack of bloodstains at the crime scene. So why did the blood vanish? And more importantly, where did it go?
Lawlessness. Why would anyone erase just the blood in a chest that contained the body?
Yes, that's exactly right. If the body had been found there, the disappearing bloodstains would have no meaning at all. However, what if the body was already gone? Did somebody do it so that we wouldn't figure out their identity? But then what would the pin be there? Was the pin planted to maybe make us think that he would be there? There's no... I think they need to check up on it, right? To raise the traces of the body clean, then one would have to get rid of the bloodstains as well.
Why make such a fuss over those bloodstains? It seems like a trivial detail to me.
Spitting all over, goodness sake.
Or are you saying that you can show me where those bloodstains went?
In court, everything must be said with evidence. Isn't that right, Von Karma? In that case, I'll show the evidence supporting my claim. Which piece of evidence shows where the body in Mr. Master's room went? Oh, come on now. I really enjoy Obsession. That didn't mess up the recording, I hope. Accidentally clicking the edge. Things do appear to be lined up, yes. There we go. I like a lot of the plot thus far, but most of the gameplay itself has been really easy. Like Telltale's easy, possibly. It felt even more like visual novel, which of course it is. But it just felt like the game pretty much tells you what evidence to present. For the most part, I know I just died twice to that ridiculous mistake, but I still stand by the idea that they've been really easy for the most part with the game, hand-holding you through them. There were traces of the victim's blood found in the fountain. Traces of Mr. Master's chocolate were also found in this very fountain. It was warm water, right? They commented on that. I don't think we have anything about the fountain really in the evidence. In other words, the blood was washed from the stream, which then flowed into the fountain. All this points to only one possibility. After the body was removed, somebody erased the blood stains. On the corner, where was the body really found? If you really found the body, you should be able to answer.
How do you know this information? How do you know the result of the water composition test on the fountain?
When do you think they find that out? Monday. I can't throw his voice without some type of liquid. Goodness.
Because I allowed them to investigate. That always should thorn in my side.
Ah.
From here on out, I will not allow you to associate any further with this case. It's not like you were letting me too much anyway.
One Karma, you still have not answered my question. Or are you admitting to the fact that you didn't find the body after all?
You say I never found the body. Where is your evidence?
He's never going to confess.
I have nothing further to say to you. Gregory Edgeworth, this matter will be decided in court. We'll see just how well your logic holds up there.
Von Karma, I know your methods are wrong. I promise, without fail, I will expose the truth to you, Vaden. Oh, lordy. It's a horrible voicemail. I mean, it's fitting, but it's terribly hard to do. Detective Pat, I'm sorry. It's because you let me investigate that.
No, this was planned to happen sooner or later.
Why did Von Karma allow the lad to investigate in the first place? He already had some other detective in here, right? Did he only get Pat here so that Pat could prevent any defense attorneys from investigating? Or not? Maybe?
This is also not the first time I've been restricted in my investigation. Your theory that they never find the body sounds pretty close to the mark.
Well, I will make clear in court. Or about the flashback to the future.
If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
That's not quite what's supposed to be.
Even though I'm in charge of this case.
Then, though I'm very sorry about this, I have one more favor to ask of you. Something about the other detective, maybe? Or about, Mr. Master?
What are you guys whispering about? I mean to know too.
This will be my trump card in court. The information I've gathered up until now should be enough to prove Mr. Master's innocent. Though, but if all else fails, I'll have this ready.
But you know he got sentenced though.
Where's this trump card?
Your trump card.
This is strange. Are we gonna actually see the court case or not? You'll see at the trial.
Well, I get to be the train too.
Of course, you're my assistant after all.
I've been easy to do this year.
Next year.
Well, come on, you with yours.
Alright. Although I hope to clear Mr. Master's name before you become a lawyer. If one combines to be my opponent, you'll want the trial in a day.
That's right. Need to say Master Jeff as fast as we can. Go on. It's you you're talking about. I'm sure you're Von Karma.
Jeff Master, alone in a dark cell, arrested on false charges. I do wonder if they're false or not. It'd be quite plot twist if Gregory's last case was him defending a guilty person. We know that he didn't get the death sentence, he's still in prison. That was mentioned earlier, somewhere in the future flashback, I think. Possibly in the profiles, possibly by somebody. I must expose Von Karma's lies if I am to save him. So if he's still in prison, then he's going to be heard about in the future as well, somehow. I like the crackpot theory that he was pretending to be Ray, but no, they don't have anyone the same jawline. It's the unusual afro. There aren't very many afros in Estonia. Both of them. I mean, Ray doesn't have an afro per se. It's an. I don't know. It's a semi-afro. The sides are an afro. It's weird. So this body looked to be the same. And that's all, Ryan. And that's all. And that's all. And that's all Uncle Ryan is about the I-7 incident. Or at least he and that police similar voices. So that's what happened in my father's last case. The truth of the I-7 incident. I wonder if we're gonna see Detective Bad in the future or not. I imagine that he's no longer a detective, considering the whole Yadagarasu case. I mean, he did admit to it in front of the prosecutor.
It's like I've been at the trial.
In the end, one comment defeated us.
Yeah! So you can prove Mr. Master's innocence.
We'd got plenty of evidence to prove it. But one comment was even more despicable than we thought.
He was a prosecutor who would do anything for his children.
That's right. And he really did that. He'd use any means necessary. As long as the trial back won for about a year until it finally reached a conclusion. I'll never forget that fateful day when the judgment was passed down. The 28th of December. Always with the fucking December. The murder happened on the previous year's Christmas Eve, right? It's April now, so it's been a little over 17 years. How time flies.
The 28th of December, 17 years ago, I was watching from the gallery that day.
Oh fuck! Oh, for fuck's sake, me, come on now. I was like, I thought they were going for some really cliche thing by having this case take place also right around Christmas. But just like how Edgeworth's big case in the first game took place around Christmas, but no, of course, because the statute of limitations was exactly 15 years. It had to happen around Christmas, of course, and since they didn't want to spoil the fact that the trial was going to drag on for a full year, that the trial was going to drag on for ages, they made sure to have it be pretty much exactly a year, so that those things would line up. I must be spoilery. Okay. Before the trial, the old man of Mr. Master was acting strangely. Had he been drugged or sleep drugged or something? Did he confess? Yeah. He was at the breaking point, both mentally and physically. He wanted to be found guilty.
No, Mr. Master didn't take a confession, did he?
Yeah, that was what Von Gogh was aiming for from the start. When the old man tried to expose the fact that the body had not been found, Von Gogh used the power of his police cronies to squash that argument. Squash? You know what squash means, but not quash. He even went as far as to prepare a fake autopsy report. Then they made Mr. Master give a false testimony and confessed to being an accomplice. Accomplice? Maybe I misunderstood the word. But that would imply that there was a second culprit, yes? That they weren't the primary culprit. With Mr. Master's confession, the situation could begin dire. But the old man had Trump got up his sleeve.
Was that the Trump committee? Was that the Trump committee was talking to Detective Bad about?
Edgeworth doesn't hold his horse. Yeah. Yeah. That trump card was to be our insurance in case Mr. Master confessed. Okay, and bad boys was, yeah, that trump card was to be our insurance in case Mr. Master confessed. Yeah, they're actually way too similar. Yeah. That trump card was to be insurance in case Mr. Master confessed. Yeah, that's Detective Bat to have Mr. Master's interrogation recorded.
Detective Pat, wanted to know the truth too, huh?
After he was dropped from that investigation, he never stopped caring about the case. Very nice. Even when he was involved with other lot cases, he really was the definition of a true detective. I misread that sentence, but that's fine. The defense presented the recording, which proved that the confession was forced. And that still wasn't enough. Well, it seems that the detective in charge of the initial investigation and interrogation replaced her, took all the blame, and was charged and dismissed. Replace her. What's the pun here? Replace her. Replace her. Huh. Maybe it'll be more obvious once we see his character design. Still, at the trial, the old man exposes Von Karma's corruption and Von Karma receives his first penalty from the then chief prosecutor. The only penalty in his 40 years of prosecution. There's no fucking arse there coming up. Our rules. However, Mr. Master didn't want the trial to continue any longer, and the curtains closed on the trial that day with the verdict of guilty. My memory of that time is fuzzy, but I was also there watching my father's final trial, and I think his final regret became my own. That's what they say. The old man wanted to every trial to prove Mr. Master's innocent, but he passed on before he could fulfill his wish. You could get that far now, after getting entangled in another case. Mr. Master's probably gonna be innocent then. But who knows? It breaks my heart even now that I didn't return to home with him that day. And what's more, to blame myself for my own worthlessness. I've already put all this hatred on you as a traitor for being Von Karma's pupil. I'm sorry. I'm getting too quiet. Don't be. It's natural you would hate me. After I became a prosecutor, I was able to get Von Karma to show me the case file. Mr. Master was found guilty for the murder of Isaac Dover. Yeah, that's alright. Wasn't Mr. Master found guilty of being an accomplice? Yeah, I thought that was said. But this case file says guilty of murder. There shouldn't be anything unresolved in the case. The case is handled by Master, by Manfred Von Karma. Wait, can I take a look at that file? It looks like the charges have been rewritten. What? Look at this. Surgery Master 29, creator of the Desert Contest, accomplished the murder. That's strange. The victim's body was found inside the Desert Princess, which led to his arrest. In jail, he was diagnosed with hypochondria and he was treated by medicine. That plot line is still very strange. I don't know where that's going. They spent too much time for it to just be characterization. It's not, because it will not be very good characterization first of all. And it's too specific. innocent still. But I think character arc in it. Should that be plot relevant somehow? I don't like. Why not can't imagine how. The charges accomplished the murder. This is a copy of the original case file I've received from the courts. Will the charge be altered? And which one is the altered one? I'm trying to understand. This file was given to you by one Carmelite. Maybe you just didn't want you to know the truth, since you're Gregory's son. You will want to avoid another trial before the statute of limitations ran out, after all. Even if there's going to be a retrial, one Karma won't be able to be the prosecution for that. So what I had to come to believe back then had all been a lie. If you didn't know about it, just make sure you know it from now on. The statute of limitation has long expired, but the truth still sleeps, right here. After the old man passed away, I agreed to go as Mr. Master's defense attorney. Although Von Karl also had another prosecutor to take over the case. Perhaps he thought that since his opponent was working, he didn't even need to turn up. In the end, the real killer was never found, and Mr. Master was found guilty.
No! Is there nothing we can do, even now?
I can't go high today for some reason. Since the killer was never found, he can't withdraw his confession. I found out after the trial that Mr. Master made a deal with Von Karma because Von Karma had threatened him. If you don't confess, Catherine Hall will be held under the same charges.
That's terrible.
I don't think Mr. Master really thought that Kate was the killer, but the prosecutor, he faked the confession to protect her. Miles, on the day that night the boy was killed, why do you think that Uncle A was at the prison?
I see. You went to see Mr. Master, didn't you?
I say that visit him every day. I couldn't keep that promise, but now, like, my brain keeps going back to that theory that maybe they're intentionally switching places so he can get out of prison or something like that. Since they both have kind of yellowish skin and this unusual hair, puffy hair. But for goodness sake, his tie is long. Like Mr. Master did have way more masculine jaw. I don't remember what his body was like now. Or his eyebrows. Or what. I asked Kate about looking on him for me when I couldn't. The rain or snow she went every single day without fail. But nothing has changed, and Mr. Master still serves his punishment.
That's so sad. Isn't there anything we can do?
What if I forgot anybody's voice though? That's why I came here. Because I knew those art sculptures would be on display here today. Oh. So, what are you going to do, Miles?
I'm a prosecutor. My position is different from you and my father.
Miles.
But, moving past my position, what I want as Miles Edgeworth is to know the truth for these two cases. It's for that reason that I am here.
You really are your father's son. Well then, if that's what you decided, I'll spread the other way. I'd better leave the return documents and evidence with you then. Alright, here are the documents. By the way, the parts in the orange are Uncle Ray's old notes. Oh, parts in orange. Thank you. Okay, let's go with the girls. December 24th, 3 years ago. Of course, because it was the exact same day as Gregory's death, of course. So the statute of limitation went up for 2 different things on the same day. No, the statute of limitations for the other case went out. The DLC 6 ran out 3 days later or something like that. Because the victim's body vanished, there appears to be no other report. Is that the true reason? Really? I'm guessing that the autopsy report would end up saying something like, would have ended up saying something like, signs of freezing on the body, which is would be a huge hint. Thank you. Now, here's the I-7 evidence. There's a lot, so make sure to look it over while you investigate. Received a lot of I-7 incident from Mr. Sue. Right, I'll check through it later. 1, 2... We didn't catch fucking shit. Anyway, there's some strange things about this case. Indeed, those involved in the case 18 years ago have reunited, and another incident occurs. Replicas of the statues from 18 years ago were displayed in the window panels, and Prosecutor was released in the Olden Palace, which had been disguised as the Winter Palace. The 2 chemicals in the viscous case, non-leon and fatalium, were mixed, causing an outbreak of poison gas. The victim's poison gas was then Yugoslavia, a person involved in the ISL incident. Now we know why this place became a museum. Though, at least the formed reason for it. Who knows if there's another reason. Because he was unconscious, he received treatment in the Soda Art Gallery's infirmary. Finally, the dead body found floating in the fountain is definitely Isaac Glover. Oh, never mind. And once again, the art sculptures have melted. There are deep connections between the two cases. It's possible there are still some clues left from 18 years ago. Fine, let's get talking. Just 1 second, let me forget about me. And I tell you that I'm the one in charge of this case. Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you intend to continue disrupting Sebastian's investigation, the word guilty will be added to your PIC report. I enjoy that sound effect. What does it mean, guilty? Please allow me to assist in your investigation as before. I appreciate your proposal, but I'm afraid I must overrule it. It was fast. Even though we're so advanced to identify the victim right now, it's only a matter of time until we figure it out. In that case, I shall take that load off your shoulders at once. Recording the identity of the unidentified body, one person goes tonight. Edgeworth, you didn't even see a picture of the victim. How would you make this connection? Did he see a picture? No, he did see a picture of the backside, but he's more freaked out by the idea that 70 to 80-year-old my body from 18 years ago is still here, not decomposed. Really? Fantastic! Very well. It's not just the corpses that have made the contact from the incident 18 years ago. The body in the van is.
Take that!
It's unlikely that the identity of the body is the victim of the murder case that occurred here 18 years ago. Isaac Dover.
It's Isaac's body.
What was your voice? Hey, what's that? I've never heard of him. You're 17. Mr. Isaac Dover, a truly great sculptor. But he was better known as Peter Pocket. The sculptures we display here in the museum are all his creations. And he was frozen in one of his creations for 18 years, for God's sake. So in other words, that sculpture was the best. Somehow I felt a strong kinship to him. Kinship. Random as all the English term. Doesn't really fit his speaking down the line. And he was the victim in the AAI2 incident. I'm too fucking quiet when I talk like this. She knew about the AAI2 incident. Prosecutor Edgeworth. The AAI2 incident occurred 18 years ago. I need more volume. Where's that called going to? And what's more, the police reported the removal of the body. That was in the record, but I wonder if that really is the truth. What are you saying? The defense attorney in AAI2 incident claimed that the body was never found. Not that the prosecution could ever admit to such a thing. Who are calling? Hello? Really? Is something wrong, Sebastian? No, it's just the setup to know the victim is. I'm just at the prosecutor said. It's over. No, it can't be. It was seen my father's suspicions were correct. I should check something immediately. How old is she? 26. Okay. See, so I'm wondering who the prosecutor that took over the case from Montana was. And I still have that theory about her actually being a prosecutor, since I'm not sure if I ever received confirmation that she is a judge. Other than the fact that her name is Judge Dean and she has a gavel and says so. I'm not sure it's going to actually get confirmation that we probably have, but I don't remember if we have or not. So she would have been 8 back then. It's about the same age, right? Oh, we don't have this right here. Oof. Maybe that's a good time to start comparison. Just convenient there. Their noses are very different. Sorry, their jaws. It's just this unusually fluffy hair. Their eyes are different. They just don't match up. Their ears are very different. At least in how much of it is visible. What is Judge Courtney? Have you finally realized that I'm much more helpful than Mr. the Best? I don't just start with the best position for yourself. I'm doing no such thing. I just want to know the truth. And for that to happen, we need to cooperate, you know. And that's true. It is none of your concern.
Objection!
I don't think that's true. Goodbye. You can... I guess it's like the defense attorney involved in the I-7 incident. I'm afraid that Mr. Body was never found. The prosecutor denied the time, but now the body has been discovered here. In other words, the I-7 investigation wasn't just. And isn't it the duty of the PSC to investigate co-prosecutors? Well, wouldn't you want to cooperate with those who are involved in the case? Unless you have an ulterior motive. But the PSC being involved in the assassination makes sense, right? It makes sense that they want to cover up the help the president cover up the internal assassination plan, but it doesn't seem like a case that would be of particular concern to any body of government. The only connection we've had as far as that the red chest said that he was planning to go and study cooking in Sunfa, but that's a very minor connection for a government sized cover up. Now that I think about it, Judge Courtney knew about the I-17. So it will change you really is here because of the PIC. Even if you are related to the incident, I don't see how the prosecutor gets worth He's the son of the attorney at the end of the case, and the prosecutor dealt by on karma himself. And what's more, he was in the audience of the I-7 trial. I'm sure there are many points he can impact right to the side. Very well. I will allow you to cooperate. However, your investigation must not hinder the other investigators. The Vindergast is currently being investigated, but the content of the office is open to you. That's my goodbye. I'll be talking. As thanks, I will allow you a hug from Uncle Ray. Overruled. If I fail your cooperation, please leave. I will have to ask you to leave. Understood? Is that correct, Miles? I can start investigating. You were really helpful. Help us there. Uncle Ray did it all for himself. Alright. I do wonder why her age is still in question marks. Alright. Uncle Ray's going to investigate too, so let me know if you figure something out. Got it. They did do the same with Godot though, and that wasn't a particular plot point. I mean, that was a plot point that no, you really couldn't have figured it out based on that. Because you didn't know the Garmando's age until case 4, and the age wasn't gonna be the telling factor. Alright then, okay, let's begin the investigation. Okay, let's do this. I was able to go way higher before. We still don't know where Mr. Dover's body and the Normalium were hidden. We don't have enough information to go on. You're right. Our first priority is the Normalium. Well, Normalium is used in washing detergents, paints and the like. If I recall, it's a red liquid with a minty aroma. Right, never mind. It's as if last case having the sweet scent thing that got me confused.
Well then, let's get looking for that numerium.
Okay, why does the fountain do that? It's only when we're up here. It's been animated very wrong for some reason. Whether it's an emulator problem, that's very, very possible.
Okay.
So you...
Well,
What the fuck that was?
is the investigation coming along? Did you find anything? Hoi, not quite. Hoi.
I mean, holy.
Hoi. Not quite actually. We haven't found any clues yet. You're doing it wrong. I think you're telling someone something. And so exactly is just confirm and is to confirm any spots are reading. Deep is when you're faint.
Oh no. She was speaking English in the original, wasn't she? I think there's a very good chance that the SC was originally high or something stupid like that.
Is he fine?
Excuse me.
He is used when he's done like something. Oi is used when you're killing someone.
That's totally what happened originally, but isn't it?
I see. I didn't know it was that deep. Oi, Mr. Edgeworth. Did you catch all that?
Okay, be more serious.
Yes, see.
Yes, see. If the joke was high originally, then that's not a good translation. I mean, I don't know how the fuck else I do it, but I've never heard yes see as an reading. Yeah, I can come up with a better. I can exactly come up with a better alternative. On the cell are trophies commemorating Isaac Douglas for as pure Hockett. He was truly a first-place artist. There are quite a number of trophies lined up here.
I found it. I think you have some trophies too, Mr. Edgeworth. I'd love to have some too. If only there was a contest for thieves. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? We could all find the Prosecutor trophies.
I don't mind you holding a contest, but all the participants would be arrested. Mr. West, you're getting a bit in my way if you stand here.
Huh. I'm not kind of monk. Stop what you can over there. Don't say that. It's probably the best if you just stand over there.
The best to say?
Okay, I'll go stand over there.
So anything is fine as long as you're at the best straight. You can exit the door.
There's a maple door. There's a maple tree in front of the door.
There is. Come on, that door leads to the Winter Palace. Maple trees are autumn trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring.
Well then, how about we treat it like a maple tree in the winter?
Please don't complicate matters any further.
one that thus far has been cleanly out of the line. Out of line. I will make sure to bring this matter up to the PIC. Do whatever you want. But in return, you can be doing whatever we want as well. If I remember correctly, you're the little Miss Great Queen. I will have to report your misconduct to the PIC as well, young lady. Sure. Seems they always try to increase my fame as a great thief. It seems you ain't just caught me, so never get a handle, okay? That being said, the statues of a couple in a Roman costume. Romance. I like that word a lot. One of my favorite words, Roman. Rhymes with Rowan, with W. And it's my Perroquetto. The things these were made in the middle years of his life, at the height of his fame. He modeled them after the Roman gods at the request of his beloved wife. This piece is entitled Venus, the goddess of beauty, and her manservant. I don't think I've ever seen that word. I think it's also about depends in that relationship. I'll say. It's the start of a brave warrior fighting as a king. Is that what I'm looking at? Was this also made by Perroquet? It appears to be one of his early works when he was enamored with fantasy and myths. He still is. Well, still was at the end. And the statue represents his heroic resolution to oppose hopeless difficulties in his years. Word. The title is The Math Test. I know that feeling all too well. Reaching out to look at that. And look at this sign. There's a party in front of this door. But the door is the olden palace. The trees are winter trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring. Well, might be just painted autumn red. Okay, fir trees are green all year around. I know that. I wish I could go higher today. I don't know why I can't. Det ska ett riktigt farlig. Men sex like rent farm into autopsy. And what of the investigation of the fountain? The fountain's completely clear. You could put your heart and soul with it. Now who unfroze the body? I'm gonna go on an assumption, the exposure. And why did they start to throw it into the... Why did somebody decide to throw it into the fountain? What for? Maybe they realized that the red chef had realized that Isaac Toller was frozen here. I suspected it, and they didn't want to get caught on that, so they tried to just have the body mysteriously appear, but that's still a shitty plan. And the body was floating in this fountain just a moment ago, though. On this service card, Miss Hall has prepared her tea set. Okay, there's that star-shaped thing that one is supposedly ate. She said that, and she was what I think she said she ate that Dover's room. So why would one of those have been in Dover's room, the star-shaped thing? He made the t-shirts, but not anything
Nothing edible in the Super Stars. Something had been served to him in one of those then.
According to the palette, the mystery is also famous for its taste. Yes, it surely had a flavorful, rich taste. It seems the taste was also made by Mr. Dover. Oh, so the t-shirt was made by the victim? Well, let's take a closer look.
I'm gonna look and see if... Yeah, not a lot of evidence was added. Contrary to the claim.
So, this t-shirt was made by Isaac Dover. Fancy stuff, huh?
Oh, those just the cups upside down. Not some treats or something made in the mound.
Okay, I'd say this t-shirt is worth thousands of dollars. Please be careful with it. This t-shirt is such a treasure? Please don't look so excited. If I recall correctly, Miss Hall was a huge fan of Mr. Dover's.
Was that the investigation?
Hey, Etsy! What was his voice? Oh, there's it. Be careful with that teapot! Why must I be warned by him of all people? Madame and Messieurs? Would you care for some tea? Miss Hall? Ah! Katie! No, I'm fine, thanks, okay? Kennedy, you guys can have some.
His voice was more, that but more lower pitch. That's too similar to Solon Keys.
Well, since you asked, we might as well take a short break.
Get on with this. I feel like you're gonna get poisoned at this rate.
Certainly. Thanks for the tea. Wow, it's so tasty. What kind of tasty tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't like rosemary tea, and even that only when I'm sick, really.
It's a long tea. Ceylon tea, also known for its citrus aroma. However, Miss Hall, is this the same tea you served us this morning? Yes, that's right. Was it not to your liking? No, it's not that. The tea we had this morning had a slightly different aroma.
How did he describe it? I don't remember anymore.
How did it be different?
So light different. Either it's temperature or something is mixed in. Or it's with can no longer taste salt or something similar like that.
How strange, it is the same Ceylon tea I served this morning. There shouldn't be anything different about it.
What's wrong with you, Reggie? What big difference the tea cake was so kindly prepared for you?
Larry, what are you getting so upset about?
I'm not upset. I used to be able to be a rock jerk. And I told you to call me Lorries. Please, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore.
It's like arguing with a child. Now it is. I wonder what's wrong. I'd like to ask him that later myself. And I also need to speak with Miss Hall. I don't have any evidence that shows she's the culprit, but...
Could that... What's the tea made out of? Maybe it's made out of something that for some reason causes you to lose your taste for salt. I doubt it though.
I dare say she's the one who set up the poison gas trap.
Very likely. anything. Oops, Daisy. Okay. As well as nothing left here. Just that one thing. Oh. What is this? Well, this lift trolley has just been set. It's just been left here. I wonder if you could use reasons to carry something heavy. Okay, now that's a big thing there. I get hiccups whenever I play this game. I didn't have hiccups in like a fucking year or two before playing this. I didn't go exactly. I've had hiccups multiple times in the last week. The surface of this platform appears to be wet. I remember seeing this lift already. Someplace before. You do?
You mean to invent an incident?
Ah, that's right. I remember now. There's no door, so no wonder I don't remember it. Oh. If I remember correctly, it was just to transport the ice sculptures. The lift trolley has been specific to the larger adjust the height, and then up to that far. Which is what it is. A single person could move the sculptures all by themselves. Well, that's good then for you.
Oh, how convenient. I went there too.
When's there a lift trolley here? I guess that's something funny to think about. I mean, they definitely swapped the other person with the bus for some reason. Probably because one of the statues from the one of the actual winter statues was contained the body, and they knew that the red chef was coming and want to switch them to make sure that he wouldn't discover the body and instead create a trap to kill him. I don't know who they is, of course. And they wanted to do the trap with the fake statue so that in case the police examine those statues. Yes, it could be related to a case. You might have thought. Welcome. The fuck is this on the floor? There's no other color. Don't tell me there's a puddle of tea. It's more like a puddle of something I don't want to be on the floor.
Huh? This piece of butter in the middle of the puddle.
Oh, there's somebody broke. Something on the sea said, why?
I wonder what broke.
And the was not cleaned up.
Only thing.
I recognized the design. For a moment I thought there was part of the carpet, and that there would be multiple of them, then there would also be under something else. Also, this carpet would be fucking expensive. Like, it's a curved carpet, so you pretty much need to have that custom design, custom ordered for this size, and parts are being cut from it, of course. This needs to be done really well. I should probably show this to that man and see what he has to say. Maybe it's just part of the floor pattern. Well, that man. Probably not be allowing. What the fuck is he anyway? Why is he up here? Larry, tell me what you're hiding. Right here would be the one to have broken it.
You too. Stop playing with each other like that.
Oh, okay. So he brought one of the teapots and tried to make another pot of tea. I was wondering why she wouldn't have cleaned it up if she broke it, but if he did, it doesn't make much sense. I'm using my artist's perspective. That is the one who's glowing. Then, if you know what's good for you, you will tell me what you're hiding right now. AAI2, did I say that I'm not talking to you anymore? When you're talking to me right now. But from now on, I'm definitely not be talking to you anymore. I'm not going to get anywhere like this. Looks like I have to force it out of him. Again? Oh, never mind. Okay. I didn't actually to resize. No. I can't present right now. Oops, there is it. Do I have to examine it into the record? I better not have to examine it in order to record that it says pH. That'd be silly.
I feel like I've seen this design somewhere before.
Usually the people who gets the sculpture's signature.
I wonder why this was stored in the pile of tea.
I get the feeling, I know, to be honest. Okay, right. For the dance button, forget about that. Alright, take a look at this. What's that? I got a feeling that what you're hiding is related to the tea and this pottery song. Well, if you're not going to talk to me, I can overstand this hard over to Judge Courtney. But fine, I'm trying to give a clean image for Justy. I want to see how I've done it myself. I can't imagine what part of your company considers that clean, but if you don't want her to declare you guilty, I suggest you speak truthfully now. I got it, I'll tell you. Whenever it's time to confess to what's done. I can be so cruel to your best friend. The same way you can be so dishonest to your best friend. Well, you can stop playing at me. I promise to tell the truth this time for sure. I just thought I'd pour Justy some tea. But my hand fell straight to it and it broke. Where are we going with this? Maybe the question is where he got the tea pan from. So that's when he tried to do this and why he wasn't being guarded, I guess. Why nobody noticed. I absolutely practically the expensive tea pan. Coming up. My throat can't go very high today. So the pot strikes again. Why am I not surprised? Oh boy, you have really done it this time, Laris. What should I do, Edgy? Katie will hate me. Going to me about it won't solve anything. First I should apologize to Miss Hall. What a fucking man-child.
Is that so, my teapot was?
Katie, I'm so sorry. I don't have any money, but I'll try this main purchase of you as you like.
Please go and realize your head, monsieur. It's I who should apologize. I didn't notice broken swords. It's dangerous, so I tied up the broken pieces. Allow me to take this piece from you as well.
She's having something for you. Wasn't this piece set one of Isaac Tower's words? I heard that they were very important to you.
Yes, but there's no use crying over spilled tea. Besides, I still have another one of those teapots now.
Is she not that self to the much work as she used to be? Mr. Master says that she doesn't actually care about us with the work and she's just doing it for him, but she's right now running a museum with his works in it, despite Mr. Master not being here. Katie, you're so kind. Oh. The other tip that you would like that. Is it the one with that card?
Yes.
Truth is, when I was trying to write the professor, I looked under that card. And I found a teapot that looked exactly the same, so I switched them. Wait, Can you move the teapot? Is she about to sweat? Was that part of it maybe dragged? Well... Okay. If the first one had been dragged, then we would have already fallen asleep, and if the second one was dragged, we should have already fallen asleep, right, maybe?
Really? Really?
She should have figured it out by now.
Yeah, everything's cool now. I don't break careful to make sure no one will break that pot. You don't talk about that when you're the one who broke it in the first place. I'm sorry. I don't mind. Thank you for your considerations. Katie's really a really nice lady, isn't she? You should reflect on how you cause trouble for people, I'm sure. Okay, when I make it bigger so the artist, I'll donate paintings. In fact, I'll even welcome to my you as my own personal model. I think I'd be very easy to stop causing trouble. I hope you haven't done anything else. I haven't. I just do around sketching beauties. Sketching beauties. If you're interested, let you take a peek. I guess even Mr. Edgeworth is interested in beauties. It's not like that. I just thought I might be up to one of his strange paintings. Oh, dare you! I'm very confident in my work this time. Oh, I see too. Oh, I'm glad to know that's about okay. Okay, so what is going to be? Something weird. Okay, ready to come check that later. I guess I'll have him show it to me later. Was it like getting right? Okay. How about that sketch you mentioned just now? It's gonna prove something. Ah, if you want to see my art, you should have been also about from the start. Look, here it is. Okay, for goodness sake. We're seeing that makes putting something in the water. Not doing something with something in the water, which seems to be actually over his body. Goodness. You absolutely have to give it to Larry. He's improved. This is not like the burning bridge, goodness sake. Well, I mean, we do know that he also made the thinker statue. So he's capable of something. Okay, so she was pushing candy in a tray. I'm not sure if that's going to be relevant at all. The one down there is obviously relevant. I don't see anything relevant on Justin at all. What is this? I already told you, I just got to feel this. Ah, there is a trick here. The beauties only refer to Justin and Katie. That other flop play has nothing to do with that. Oops, Daisy. Then why did you talk on the same page? Well, I was taking a break from my still acting when those beauties caught my eye. I guess I just do them on the same page without thinking. So you're saying that the pictures on this page were each drawn separately? No shit, they're not. Oh yeah, I may have tried them at different times. By the way, there's a drawing of the beautiful little Biscay on the other page. Oh, no. Wow, beautiful, huh? Thanks. I think you really exactly as you saw it, correct? Well, yeah, even I can't draw what I can't see. That's fucking... What? What do you mean? That's... Drawing things in real life is harder than drawing things out of imagination. Coming up with something creative to draw that. People have very much difficulty with that. Very difficult about. There's nothing technically hard about that.
Are they creating the same privacy? I mean, considering that these people didn't pose for him or anything, he must understand how to draw people. He can't without just being able to copy things exactly. Is that delicate shade? Delicate shade, huh? I don't want to admit it, but this picture might be one you've helped the investigation. The contents of the sketch and the first card in the fountain material. Well, the card is right now kind of covered by something, so that's gonna be relevant. I don't think card is gonna be relevant. I just didn't see anything relevant there. It seems there's a contradiction between the two. I need to explore this contradiction using my powers of deduction. Could I borrow this sketch for a while? Sure! I could even sign it for you if you like. I think I'll pass. Sketch of beauty's data. That's funny. That she was pushing something different earlier isn't a contradiction on its own. I don't remember when. I don't think he said anything clear about when this was drawn, so it doesn't really prove much. Things look slightly red here in the picture, but I don't think that would also mean that much either. What's this? For fuck's sake, no! What do we have any logic in the way right now? Drama. Oh goodness sake. Not direct enough. They're definitely going to be connected. Maybe the reason why the salon smelled different was because the pots had been switched. Eh? Really? The taste of the tea itself did not actually change after all. Let's ask Miss Hall about it in more detail. Miss Hall, was the reason why the salon tea smelled different because the pots were switched? Yes, that's certainly possible. It had a fresh minty aroma, not unlike that of Uva tea. Ah, I remember now. I prepared some mint tea yesterday. I'm sure that the aroma just happened to remain in the vehicle. But the mint aroma thing, Gregory said it as well back then, so... I mean, Alien was used back then as well, in the flashback. The mint aroma was emanating from the pot Larry had replaced. Miss Hall said that the aroma was left over from the mint tea she provided yesterday. Indeed, she seemed less surprised to find out that Larry broke the teapot. and more surprised by the fact that the pots had been switched.
That's right. Normally, it would be the reverse. A broken teapot is much more shocking.
No. Not necessarily. Well, okay. Yes. She was probably trying to hide this teapot.
Hide the pot.
One of the characteristics of normalium is a minty aroma. There's a possibility that she was hiding normalium inside this teapot.
What? Inside the pot?
It is only a possibility for now, but it's one worth investigating. Mr. West, I assume you haven't found the normalium yet?
Ow. I've had the entire algorithm installed, but I haven't received any reports yet. And what about you? Don't you have ideas?
Only one.
I know it. Nobody but me would be able to find... Wait, what? I have an idea where it is.
Indeed.
But tell me.
It may have been in this teapot that Miss Hall had used. It wasn't the one with the minty flavor, the one that broke. Because that is a bit confusing because first she offered us tea that did smell minty, right? Then later, after Lavi had already broken the teapot, she offered us more tea that didn't have a minty aroma. So she used the one that the second time she used the one that didn't have a mint aroma. Meaning the one Larry broke was the one that had a mint aroma, yes? What is on this?
That was pretty nice. I'd make the perfect present for the best prosecutor.
It's not a present, it's an important piece of evidence.
It's evidence. Then I guess I have the forensics take a look at it.
Monsieur, it's worth. Is there something wrong with the teapot I used? This teapot is a minty aroma. It's the same aroma as one of the two chemicals used to create the poison gas. Monsieur, it's worth. Surely you don't mean. You just make me of having some poison gas? I don't. Setting up the poison gas trap in the autumn burst would have required some preparations. As the creator of this poison, you're the only one who could have prepared it in advance. I wonder about that. Preparations for the opening of the museum took about a week. I received help from both those outsiders and Madame Delicia. I think there are people beside me who are also suspicious. Of course, Delicia is also under scrutiny. Furthermore, I don't even know how to create something like poison gas. Even if you found normalium in my teapot, there is no way I could have prepared the poison gas. Well then, I look forward to hearing the analysis result of the teapot. An excuse is that she doesn't know how to prepare the ghost poison gas. I must find a way to shatter that excuse.
We know that Delicia knows how to do that. Looking at Delicia, we have a drawing of her doing something with the body in the front.
Joy, has the investigation coming along? Have you found anything?
That was not her fucking voice.
Joy, not quite actually. We haven't found any clues yet. Just doing it fine. Why is that been showing?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Just as I know.
These are an adjustable height harm. Makes me think that it might be the same thing as this. Makes me convinced that that's what it is.
Eureka!
No, it's the same country. We can... So much used in this white service spot. However, I feel like something's amiss. I should cover my evidence. The candidate missing is not a contradiction in more ways. Surely. Are we saying that she didn't have the time to change the tapping point? Or am I forgetting something? Okay, fine. Well, Larry, there is something I want to ask you about your sketch. You're the lecture on how sketching from the pain. That's good. Professional artist, do ya? No, I just need to ask you something. The table got nothing in your sketch. Are you sure it was light blue? What? It was? Oh, I just presumed that there was shading. Thought it was in the shadow. I'm not a fan of that one. Not a fan of that contradiction at all. Like these characters aren't in the correct color palette to begin with, right? Like Justin Courtney is not this all light. Then we got her hair here. It's pretty damn light colored. And then we got her here, and her hair is pretty much black. It's a very dark shade of brown, in the least. And the background here is pink, and I don't like this composition at all. I suppose that was shading. Well, it's not that uncommon for people to shade things in like blue and stuff. No, grey. It gives things more focused to look. Don't know much about color theory, but I do know that. The tablecloth in your sketch, are you sure it was light blue? I don't know what the fuck happened there. Yeah, my eyes never failed me. But the one on the service card there here isn't white, isn't it? Dude, you're always supposed to think with just your head. Did you miss the obvious? What's with that look on your face? When I do that painting, I was using the card with the t-shirt on it, remember? Huh? Because I was tidying up the broken pottery shards. Is that when you drew that? Well, that's not something to be proud of. And right then, Kennedy came out of the Winter Palace. I had to hurry up. AKA what's supposed actually the Autumn Palace. This confusing. I had to hurry up and hide the broken teapot so she won't notice it. Okay, so the light blue is gonna be the cloth, right? Obviously. Did you just say Mr. Hall came out of the Winter Palace? Not the thing he thought was the Winter Palace. What the thing that is the Winter Palace. This is really confusing. The fuck does she have on there? Why does it look like a bonfire? That's right, but this time she was putting another service card. The table cloth was light blue, just like I drew it. You wouldn't be able to fit one of the things under that there, would you? Even if it's sideways from the statues. What did you do with that service card? It's me. She went into a summer class with it, so I don't know. We haven't been to that summer class. The second from the left we've never been to, right? And when she came out, she was pushing the lift trolley. The lift trolley? They created the same fucking thing to her. When I called out to her, she was so surprised that she just left it there. He's so cute when she's shouting. A second service card. And no lift trolley. If there were two sets of the two service cards. We'll have to verify it with Miss Hall. Well, it's completely an adjustable height thing. Except that right now actually it's a lower down. Surely she's not stupid enough to have one of the statues be there right now or something like that. Oh no, I've restarted. Fuck. What's gonna happen?
Miss Hall, where have you been until now? I was showing the remaining guests. I was showing the remaining guests out and handing out complimentary gifts as an apology. Did you require my service? Yes, there are quite a few things I want to ask you about. If my suspicions are correct, she's the one who's left the poison gas trap.
I think I'm gonna call it here for now.